Hey everyone, welcome to Car Review. Today we're going to do a no spoiler review of the movie The Marksman. So let's get into it. So The Marksman is a new action adventure movie starring Liam Neeson, in which he plays a former Marine who is now a rancher on the border between Mexico and the US. And while he's out just doing his daily duties, he comes across some people who are trying to flee a cartel across the border, and he has to take care of them and rescue them and try to figure out, what to do with these people and not let them fall into the hands of the cartel. And it's really sad to say that I don't know if you can qualify this as an action and adventure movie, because this is another example of Liam Neeson's age sadly showing. I know he's getting up there, but the man that we know from Taken and from Star Wars, he's losing touch with that action brawling adventure type character. I mean, and maybe it's just the material he's been selecting lately, but I definitely think that this is someone who is trying to take these roles to still cement himself as an action star, but I just don't know if his body can take it anymore. Because if you look at his other movie, which just recently came out, called Honest Thief. You can check out that review too on my channel. That was geared as a action adventure movie, yet the action and adventure was pretty sparse, and The Marksman falls into very similar traps. The Marksman looks good, and it tells a very, current story, as issues with the border are happening throughout the year 2020 and 2021 when this was recorded and when this movie was released. Regardless of your political views on that, that's a very active issue, and so it seems right that a movie like this would come out now. But Liam Neeson in this type of protector role, I just don't know if it really works for him, because the movie essentially has the inciting incident, which is your action, which you get in the beginning, and then at the tail end is the final showdown, the final confrontation. How Liam Neeson wraps up that inciting incident. You can almost even qualify that as a spoiler, but I really want to stress that you shouldn't go into this movie expecting it to be the cowboy version of Taken. It's not. It's a very slow burn movie, because sadly, again, I really think this has to do with Neeson's age. You have the beginning, which sets up the movie, and then the end, which closes it. But in between there, the other 75% of the movie, it's bland, it's dull, there's not much happening. Even if you're a big film fan who loves cinematography and loves to examine dialogue, and who goes, just for, to see Neeson, there's just not much there. The movie really tries to hook you with establishing tension, and there is tension throughout that remaining 75% of the movie, but the tension isn't strong enough to keep a movie afloat just on that. You need setbacks, you need action, you need stuff in there to establish that there is threats coming, or that even though Liam Neeson is not physically being an action star right now, like that he could be, because the world around him is so full of conflict, yet there is nothing of that. I wouldn't say the movie is boring, but it could bore you, in the sense that if you keep waiting for something to happen, you might not really appreciate this. There are things to appreciate about it. I like Liam Neeson's character. I like the kid character that he also has to protect and foster throughout the movie. I think their dynamic is fine and good, but you have to really taper your expectations going into this, because yeah, it's tough. I want to see Neeson succeed. I want to see him keep doing these amazing movies, whether they're pure dramas or actions or whatever. But I definitely think that the days of Taken are sadly gone, and his movies need to reflect that. I do feel that had someone else been in the leading man position of this movie, perhaps that could have warranted some more action. Perhaps they would have taken another pass at the script and seen, okay, maybe we can do a little more with this. But this movie really does try to just build tension throughout, but it doesn't really pay off too much. I really hope though that Neeson can bounce back, but sadly, I think the last genuinely great action filled, tension filled movie I saw him in was in The Gray, which I believe came out in 2013 or 14 to my knowledge. Yeah, but past that, it's just been kind of bland, and I really want to see Neeson go out on something more than bland. Eventually we will have, him going into retirement, and we'll have an entire filmography to look back and, to just watch his movies over and over again. But I really think that this one will get lost in the shuffle just because it doesn't have a lot to offer. But if you are a Neeson fan, go see it. I saw it simply because I'm a huge Neeson fan, and I always give him the benefit of the doubt. So, yeah, Neeson, this one wasn't your greatest, but I really hope that he can bounce back because I think he still has potential. But yeah, the Marksman just wasn't that great. It was okay. See it if you want to, but again, lower the expectations. Okay, well, that is my review of The Marksman. If you like this video, comment, share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.